The content of this radio show is to provide information and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered advice or a recommendation. Thing or Two About Life Total is an adult podcast and recommended for mature audiences only. No content from the radio show can be used without the permission of Thing or Two About Life Total. Thank you.
I am so into me, but I can learn a thing or two from you. I can weather the storm all by myself, but I'm so glad I got a total crew.
All right, what is going on, people? We are back again with another riveting rendition of Thing or Two About Life. It is the Total Podcast, and I am Mario. I'm just one of your crazy hosts, along with the rest of the fam. We out here in these digital streets. Just look behind us, and you'll see everywhere you need to go, potentially need to be, and potentially where we's at. So you don't have an excuse. You can't say you can't find us because we right there. Yeah, thanks to everybody that came out last Wednesday. Well, yeah, last Wednesday for the live. We appreciate it. Thanks, Roxanne, Colleen, Kristen, all the people that came out and supported. We appreciate that. So, yeah, just keep up the support. Let's have a good show tonight, and we'll have a few people dropping in that not here right now, but we're still gonna have a good show. We're gonna start it out with Mr. On One. Hey, Mr. On One got something real special for y'all tonight, boy. He been keeping this thing up under lock and key, keeping it under wraps. So we don't even know what we talking about tonight. So y'all is for a special treat. I'm gonna turn it over to Mr. On One. Talk to him, bro.
What you say, everybody? Good evening, good evening. How all the lovely people in the world doing? Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy after Thanksgiving, before the new year. Happy we finna be on one tonight because I already started. Got a little bourbon sitting on the side, and whew, it is hitting just right.
All right. All right.
Wow.
He got the bourbon.
Happy Hanukkah, happy Valentine's Day, you know, all the holidays.
All that. We're gonna throw it all in tonight.
He said what he don't want nobody to feel left out.
They ain't gonna be left out tonight.
All right, producer. Now that you woke, baby, you know, Leon done put it out there. Happy everything to everybody. He got a little bourbon over there. So you talk to him, pretty lady. What's up?
Good evening, everybody. We don't know what we're in a treat, but and this after. Okay, I'm gonna start. Take two. Good evening. I'm glad that you were able to come out and join with us. According to Mario, Leon has a very special treat for us tonight. We can't wait to see what that is. As Mario said, we are out there everywhere. Just hit us up. Facebook, Twitter. You know, our email is still the same, atotalview22@gmail.com. And also, you can still check out our website, totalview22.com.
All right. Yes. Don't forget we out there. Anchor, Spotify just been added to tune in. Apple Music. We out there, people. So you can't say that you cannot find us. And if you're feeling like you just need a place to hang out and chill, come drop by the Facebook group. You know, join the group and see what we doing off up in there. We won't hate on you. Just come on through, have some fun. And last but certainly not least, the incredible, incomparable Mama D. Talk to him, pretty lady.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Some of the Rugrats are here, and maybe one of the Rugrats might be in timeout before it's all over with. I don't know. I'm a little afraid because he keep putting that cup up to his mouth. We're gonna be in real serious trouble before the night is over with. But I'm looking forward to the challenge. So no telling, you know, he's our resident whatever. And so we just have to watch some. We have to watch sometimes what comes out of his mouth because he frightens some of us sometimes, you know, with some of the stuff that he says. But we're happy that you're here, and we've got some other people coming. The woman with the dual personality is on her way. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything I need to get out before she comes, because I ain't trying to talk to her tonight. But welcome.
Oh my goodness. All right, y'all. We gonna get into it. But seriously though, before we get going, y'all know it's that time of the year where people start feeling some type of way about being lonely and all this type of stuff. But we just saying that if you out there, right, and you got a friend, a partner, loved one, homie, anything like that, this is that time of the year. Call them, check up on them, ask them how you doing. You might have not talked to them in a while, reached out to them in a while, but just call them up and say, hey, look, I'm just checking on you, see how you doing, you good, because this that time of the year where they have proven that them suicide numbers and all this dumb stuff go up this time of the year. So check on your peeps, people. That's all I'm saying. Check on your folks, and hopefully that somebody care enough about you to call you and check on you. That's all I'm saying. Check on your peeps, people. With that being said, Leon, do you want to go on and do this thing? How we doing this, player? It's your show. I mean, tell us how we supposed to go, man.
Hey, we can jump right into it. As I said earlier, happy holidays.
Oh,
I won't leave nobody out. Like Andrea said, happy Hanukkah, happy what is it, Mazel Tov, and and what's the other one?
Kwanzaa.
Oh, there you go. Happy Kwanzaa.
Okay. What?
Yeah. Hey, we just gonna say happy everything. And speaking of happy everything, all the holidays, it is holiday season, right? So let's talk about the grown folk, because them kid holidays. We won't talk about grown folks' holidays. And everybody know what grown folks' holiday it is, right? Nobody?
What grown folk holiday is
Here
Uh-oh.
they
Well,
are.
It's in
no,
there.
right?
Let's put it in the air. It's that season. It's cuffing season.
Oh Lord.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Cuffing season is always a few months out of the year. They say it's 3 to 4 months out of the year, usually around November to mid February, January, somewhere in there. A little 3 month span that you're supposed to be clank, locking them down. But when it comes to that time of season, it's a lot of different things that you have to involve with in cuffing season. It's rules and regulations, it's likes and dislikes. People have tendencies of swinging one way to another. They also call cuffing season big boy season. Yeah, I know. They want a man with a
Big
little
boy
cushion.
season. I've never heard of it called that, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, you heard it called big boy season. They want them a
Go
big
ahead.
man this time because they want to cut it up. They want that little bear right beside them. Get warm with.
Mm.
That's what they say. That's what I heard. Now that's what I heard.
So is it the same thing with referring to a woman?
Yep, it's the same thing. It's also, they say it's big girl season too, but hell, to me, I don't care. Big girl season pretty much all year round. I like them. I like mine with a little, a little cushion, just enough to know I know she's out. Because I don't need no little, little woman beside me. I might fuck around and roll over and lose her somewhere. She might be gone when I look.
Lord have mercy.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's just my preference. Like I said, you have preferences, you have rules to cuffing season. So we're gonna get into all that. We're gonna talk about the rules and regulations. We're gonna talk about likes and dislikes. We're gonna touch on a little bit of everything about this wonderful season of the year.
Okay, cool.
Righty then.
What you
Yes.
say?
I just said, all righty then. Cuffing
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, cuffing season. It's not,
Mm.
and it can be year round, but most people just want to, like that. We gonna touch on that though. We gonna get off into that. We ain't gonna spoil it all for you. Yeah.
So what's the number one main goal of cuffing season, Leon?
The number one main goal of cuffing season is to find you in parentheses, a special someone to be with during the holiday season. You know, when holiday season, when that little span roll out, somebody you can cut ties with real quick, move on to the next.
Wow.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Did you just say get one and move on to the next?
Yes, that's why it's called cuffing season. It's only a short period of time that you holding on now. That's why I say there's rules and regulations to cuffing season when you start cuffing.
Now let's get to these rules of cuffing season.
Oh, it's plenty of rules of cuffing season. You know, it all depends on the person. But you know, the general consensus is a cuffing season is you have a 3-month period: November, December, and January. By January, you've been to cut ties because you don't want to be in that first part of February because we all know what happened then, right?
Yes, sir. We know. You're right.
What happened then? What happened then?
February, that's
Valentine's Day.
That's lovers lane, you know, period.
Yep.
The 14th of February. Yeah, you don't be involved with them in that time of the year. You usually want to cut ties and be by yourself and recoup and reorganize yourself for the next cuffing season that's about to come up. That's when you know, dibble and dabble and find, you know, a few partners or a partner you might want to stick with for a little while, or find something you might like. You know, your taste might have varied just a little bit. You know, you might have liked dark chocolate. Now you want to try some vanilla. Now you want to try some strawberry. Now you want to try a little mocha. You know, you never know. This is cuffing season.
So it's a 3-month period.
It's a 3-month period. That's it. 3 months. That's it.
Before to the 1st of February.
To the end of January, really.
Okay. End of January.
November, December, and January. Them 3 months. That's it.
Damn it.
Days, as they say. You know, the women have 90-day rule. Cuffing season is also a 90-day rule.
Yeah, dog.
Yes,
that's funny.
Cuffing season fall up under the 90-day rule. Got it.
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
And them 90 days, don't y'all been to figure out whether you're gonna keep them or let them go. Cuffing season is also the same thing. It's just like I said, y'all women call it 90-day rule, men call it cuffing season. Some women call it cuffing season too. They don't deal with the 90-day rule situation, but it, you know, because you know, in the 90-day rule, you know, you ain't doing nothing in them 90 days. In cuffing season, it might be a lot going down, you know. That's involved in the rules and regulations of cuffing season that you put forth once you start into that situation.
And
I didn't learn some stuff today.
I want to say, let's be honest. Y'all know that man telling the truth. Y'all know he said that there's a season, and it coincide with, like he said, right at the end of January, because right when February come in, you got to have cut that time because y'all already be talking about planning the little getaways for Valentine's Day. We want to dead that before all that get to going good.
So actually, cuffing season is to the advantage of the man. Is that what you're saying?
No,
that's what it sounds like.
Women like cuffing season as well now. Don't get it twisted. Women enjoy cuffing season.
Advantage of cuffing season.
Yes, the rule part came about because the women.
Hold up, Leon. Excuse me. Mitch, can you please mute until you get yourself situated? Mitch.
I hear you.
Can you mute?
He heard you. Yeah, he heard you.
Yeah, you know, when women start getting involved in cuffing season, that's when the rules and regulations start coming up about it. You know, because they was into it and they didn't want to feel as they say, they didn't want to feel neglected and left out of all the fun that the men have been having over the years and over the decades of this cuffing season. And then when it got put to a name, cuffing season, oh, that's when it really just blew up. And then that's when all the other stuff started coming out, the 90-day rule. Because like I said, with the 90-day rule, ain't no sex involved. But cuffing season, it's going to be sex involved. The question is how much and when and what type. That come along with all the rules.
Wait. Hold it. Oh.
Please, this
Wait.
Negro making up this shit as he
Wait
going
a
along.
minute. Wait a minute. Hold it. Repeat that again.
With the 90-day rule, as Steve Harvey so elegantly put, 90 days you holding out, you ain't giving up sex. It's about knowing that, getting to know that person.
Right.
True. Cuffing season ain't about getting to know somebody. It's about cuffing. It's about getting what you can get for as long as you can, because you know in a short while, all this finna end. And like I said, there's rules and regulations as to what you do, how you do it, when you do it, where you do it, and what type of stuff y'all doing during this season. Because, as I said, you got to lay down guidelines before all this gets started, because get too full involved in it, somebody's feelings might get hurt.
That was my next question.
Feelings get involved during cuffing season. Yes, indeed. That's why, like I say, you got to have rules and regulation guidelines behind it. And y'all have to stand firm on it. If you don't, bad things might be.
What if the man feelings get involved during cuffing season and this wasn't his initial intention? So what then?
It can happen.
It can happen.
Yeah, men feelings could get involved too.
It depends on, like I said, on what rules been laid down, what guidelines been laid down, what regulations been laid down, to see what's gonna happen in and out of the relationship. And once it get ready to end, if feelings get involved, then they have to come to some type of renegotiation of the terms.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. It happens. It happens.
Girl, I wish you could hear this bullshit this man talking out on the other end.
Okay.
You can call it bullshit, but it's really not.
It's the truth. It's the truth. I bullshit you not. It's the truth.
It's
most
the
people
truth.
like I say about most things, most people don't want to admit it, but hell, I'm gonna tell you the truth about it, because I don't give a fuck.
Because it boils down to this, Andrea, like he said, during cover season, and depending on where you live, it's about that little short time, who you want to be. Because most of the time during the winter, we all shut in. We don't go many places. Who do you want to spend that shut in time with? And like he said, and then during that shut in time, y'all trying to determine how much you doing it, who, you know what I'm saying, where you doing it, and what type you doing it. So that's what it boils down to. And you right, men catch feelings too, but cuffing season is a real thing, Andrea.
I mean, I know it is for some folks, but
no, it's not for some folks. A lot of folks.
Well, you're right, a lot of folks.
So, are you telling us that you are a proponent of cuffing?
I've been a proponent for cuffing. Yes, I have. I have been deeply involved in cuffing season.
So are you going to be involved in cuffing season this year? Or have you already started? I mean, what's your cuffing season status right now?
I have no recollection of that incident.
Wait, no.
See, it ain't about me right now. It's about everybody else. We trying to get, let the world know.
Yes.
That we're trying to let them know that we're in cuffing season.
Yes.
He trying to let you know the principles of it. He ain't trying to get into the very specifics of him. He just trying to let you know what the foundation and the principle of the thing is, So
that you can.
I mean, if you gonna put it out, I think if you gonna bring something to the table like this, the listeners might want to know what's your cuffing status right now. That's a valid question. And I think you do deserve our listeners to give that little tad bit of information, because you never know. One of our listeners might be wanting to,
not just the listeners. I want to know.
At the end of the show, everybody's gonna get a chance to, divulge information about their cuffing season status.
I ain't gotta wait till the end of the show.
Me either. I don't have to wait till the end of the show either.
Because it might be somebody that won't take notes. Get a pen and paper. Put on the recording device. get the tape playing, hit record.
Let me ask y'all women this question, and I need y'all to be 100% completely honest. Have y'all ever been in a relationship and the guy broke up with y'all just before Valentine's Day? You ever had a relationship where somebody did that?
No.
After Christmas, before Valentine's Day, in that period of time.
No.
Yep. Somewhere like at the last little part of January or something, because y'all probably been victims of cuffing season and never realized it.
In the last few months of the year, after Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Anybody else
never realized it.
Have you ever in a relationship with somebody that you thought that you had started a relationship with prior to November?
No.
In a 3-month span, have you ever been in a relationship that ended inside of 3 months or just outside of 3 months?
No.
Okay. Well, nobody's been in the actual cuffing season format. Okay. I guess it's just the guys then, because I've been in several of those.
Oh, we're not surprised.
Really?
I've been a bunch of them. And if we being honest, in certain parts of the South, like where I come from, cuffing season, and also, like he said, Big Daddy is also known as big girl season too.
Yes.
I mean, if we being honest.
Mm-hmm. And
that's when you
get them terms like Big Daddy and Zaddy and all them other things that Daddy come. Yeah. That they
to be perfectly honest with you, I had never heard of cuffing season until I started hanging out with y'all. Never. I've never heard of it.
Oh man, it's rampant, widespread, all over the country and the world. Like I said, it might be called other things in other places, but right around here, it's called cuffing season.
Yep. And guess what? You got quite a few women out there who consider themselves dimes and stuff, right? Who say that they'll never mess with this type of guy and that type of guy, but come cuffing season,
they in there.
When they claim that they say they don't mess with them type of guy, but that's when that guy is in play for her.
Yes, indeed.
Right.
So part of the rules for cuffing season now, let me ask you this, Lee Jack. Is it customary for both people to know that they're in cuffing season, or only one knows and the other one is going there blind? How does that work?
Generally, both people
you got valid questions about this. Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
Generally, both people are supposed to be proponents of the cuffing season, aka of that big boy season, of that big girl season. They're supposed to be in agreement with it. But a lot of times, one will go either or the other one might go into it blind. But prior to, they also make those decisions for as what the relationship status is going to be like. If we just dating, if we're starting the day getting to know each other, if we're trying to get to know each other, or if it's just what it is, it's just a fucking season. We just here to fuck and move on, fuck for a buck and move on or whatever. It's supposed to be drawn out to the logistics of the matter. But then, like I said, that goes into the regulation. You get that established from the beginning. Okay, we doing this, we doing that. We ain't doing this, we are doing that. What is going to be?
Okay, so let me understand something, because y'all got me totally confused.
That's me, Mark.
You are basically getting into a relationship that you know is not going to last. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yes.
Get into a relationship that you know is going to be, like I said, for a period of time. Usually it's 3 months. Most people, it depends on how you want to look at the year. Either you look at it in quarters. I mean, how the quarters you want to look at it. Whether you want to look at it as a 4-month period or a 3-month period. Depending on how quickly you want to get in, how quickly you want to get out, or how long you want to stay in, or how long you want to stay out. But cuffing season is real. It is. Whew.
Isn't the purpose of being in a relationship for longevity?
The purpose of being in for longevity for longer than those predetermined months is because, like Andrea said, somebody didn't call feelings, or both parties didn't call feelings during that period, and they want to further expand on those feelings. So go ahead.
What happens if one catches feelings and the other one don't?
That's when that indeterminate amount of time that y'all gonna be in this relationship, that's when the renegotiations begin. Because one person that caught feelings, another, hey, I'm seeing that you catching feelings. I'm seeing that you put more into it than what we started off as supposed to be being. Now it's something else. What's going on? What the deal is? You know, hey, either I do or I don't want to be stay in this while you now got all caught up. I mean, you know, we got to talk. We got to renegotiate.
So give us some examples of renegotiation.
Renegotiation.
Yeah.
3 months into it, you already you didn't figure. One party say, well, in their mind, well, we didn't did all we gonna do. I'm tired of messing around with him, or tired of messing around with him. Tired of going here and going there and doing this and doing that. Okay, it's time to move on. Time to split out. Go our separate ways on a good note. But you noticing that the other person is still putting it all into it, everything in this and everything in that, and wanting to be with you here and wanting to meet you there and wanting to go here and wanting to go there and wanting to do this with you. At that point in time, that's when you stop and be like, hey, hold on, wait a minute now. I'm not feeling the way you feeling about this whole situation. My intent is to probably soon be parted ways from you. What you doing? We said what it was from the beginning. We said this was just a fucking session, a fuck fest. Why all of a sudden now that you done put all your feelings into it, knowing that we wasn't gonna be this? What you trying to do?
But don't sex bring about feelings and emotions and all that stuff sometimes?
But some people, yes.
A-Sal said that.
But like I said, if you already done predetermined what it's gonna be, and everybody already talking and said, oh, is this just going to be this? Then, once you catch feelings and they notice it, or you tell them that you catching feelings, then they have to step back and say, hey, wait a minute, hold on. That ain't really where I was going with this. Or ain't really what I was trying to do with this. What we going, we need to figure out, if since you catching feelings and I'm not, am I gonna stay, or do you want to stay? If you want to stay and I want to stay, then we can do this. If not, and I'm still not feeling you like that, then hey, we need to part ways and move on and be amicable about it. But then that's when you catch them crazy folks that want to bust out windows and stalk you and cut ties and do all kind of crazy shit, Still.
This sounds to me. It sounds more like a friends with benefits situation.
It can be that. It can be that. But when you, like I say, when you get into cuffing season, it kind of be more pronounced than just friends with benefits.
How so?
Because in cuffing season, you're gonna be spending a lot of time with them. You're gonna be spending time.
Yes.
You're gonna be actually going out doing stuff with them. Y'all gonna be together on a lot of things. Friends with benefits, just hey, if I see you and you ain't doing nothing, I ain't doing nothing, it might be one of them 7:30, 8 o'clock calls. I'll be through in about an hour. What you doing? Okay.
Because friends with benefits is just friend with benefits. Cuffing season can simulate. Listen to the word I'm saying. Simulate like it's a relationship.
Relationship, yes.
Who wants to do that?
A lot of people. They want to put up, like I say, and then you have to understand when the season is. Like I said, between November and January, people want to put out an optics like doing that to their family.
Yes.
And
yeah.
Hey, I'm in an established relationship with this person, even though I'm bringing them around just for Christmas and Thanksgiving, and hey, this my man or this my boo, or however they want to refer to as each other. They want to establish that to their family members. Hey,
Yep.
I got me somebody during this season, and we
And
happy and we doing this and we doing that.
And the cuffing person is the person that'll go to the office Christmas party.
Yes.
See, friends with benefits ain't doing all that.
Ain't doing all that because they got somebody else they doing that shit with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got somebody else they doing that. The cuffing person, like I said, it's similar like y'all in a real relationship. It's almost like an elongated flash, what they call flash dating, quick date. It's almost like an elongated version of that. But y'all are actually doing things together.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell you this from my point of view. I'm not going to expend that kind of energy for anybody for a short period of time. Just so that I can say, I got somebody. Hell, you can go get an escort service and get that done.
But you ain't paying for the escort service.
Yes, you ain't paying for nothing.
Because you got to pay for this going to be a 24/7 service. The cuffing season, that's 24/7 escort service. At the drop of a hat, I'm calling you, you coming. At the drop of a hat, you call me, I'm coming.
Yep.
I ain't got to pay for nothing. All I got to do is be there. If you want me to get just like if we was in a relationship, if you call me in the middle of the night, say, baby, I just need you to come hold me. Cuffing season, that's what I'm doing. I'm coming just to hold you. If you say, hey, baby, I want to chill, that's what we going to actually do. Netflix and chill. We ain't fucking, we ain't doing none of that other stuff. We just Netflixing and chilling. So when I come to the door, don't come in that motherfucker talking about some, come to the door with your nightgown on, with your titties hanging out. What the fuck is you doing? You said Netflix and chill.
But okay, hold on.
Wait a minute, but y'all don't Netflix and chill.
In previous record, Netflix and chilling was also
they don't
involved.
They don't do Netflix and chilling. That's what I'm saying. No.
But see, you ain't hearing what we're saying. In previous episodes, we wasn't in cuffing season. We were just fucking.
We were just fucking, yes.
So it's a difference.
Yes,
it's a difference in the Netflix. Yes. Oh my God.
In cuffing season, yes, it is. Because you giving out optics in cuffing season, yes.
So in February, we back to just Netflix and chilling and doing whatever then, right?
Yes. Netflix and chill means fuck, come fuck. That's what that means. Doing cuffing.
So that don't mean that. So it don't mean that it's cuffing season.
No, it means goddamn me come watch movies and hold me on the couch.
Because when you cuffing, you're gonna get that anyway. You're gonna get anyway. When you next feeling chilling, you may or may not get it. You know what I mean? But when you in cuffing season, you're gonna get it because y'all have established, y'all or whatever. You don't have to rush it all tonight. I know that I might not hit Tuesday, but I'm gonna hit Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You understand? You don't have to rush it.
You got to rush a thing because that is just like a relationship. We fucking on a regular.
So Mario, you're a proponent of cuffing as well?
The older I get, the more I learn that not everybody is cut from the same cloth, right? And the one thing you hear about all women say, Miss Donetta, what's the very best part of a relationship to you? What's the general consensus that all women say? No, I'm talking about time-wise. The beginning, the middle, or the end. What's the very best part of a relationship time-wise?
The beginning.
The beginning. And in cuffing season, you get a 3-month-long ass beginning. And that's the part of the relationship women like.
That is your best season, the best of the best. You get the best of the best of me. Whatever you want, goddamn it, it's gonna happen.
Yep.
For basically for 3 months, just so I can go to your family's house with you, go to the Christmas party with you, just so you can say that you got you somebody.
Not only is you going with me, I'm going with you. We doing it.
Right. and vice versa, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Y'all the
It
Andrew.
situation.
sounds like the men getting all the benefits and the women just there.
Yeah, we
No,
just
no, it can work both
It
ways.
works both ways, and like I say, like I've been saying for the longest now, these newfangled women, they is more into cuffing season. They is more into the old ways of things or new ways of things than the men is. The men playing the back row, the back seat in a lot of these situations, in the majority of these situations nowadays, because the women is acting like the men are doing like the men been doing for all these years.
I can agree with you there. I mean, with the roles in any type of relationship, the roles have most definitely changed.
Yes.
But let's double back to something Leon said that's real important in this whole thing. The optics of it all. If she can get that type of guy, and this is where the women benefit, but y'all say it seems like only the men benefit. But here's where the women benefit: the optics of it all. If she take you to the Christmas part of her job, and everybody's like, "Where you got? I didn't know you, bro. And everybody gawking over. I ain't know you had a guy like that. Oh, he look cute, you know what I'm saying? Make her feel good. Especially she take it around to the family and everybody love. And girl, we ain't know you were like that. Them optics plays a very vital role to that. Now, that's how the women win. You know what I'm saying? When they get to show you off and you something worth showing off, they won. The optics to this, because optics matter to y'all more than it matters to us.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where y'all win.
Right, because the women find them a good man or a decent man that's got not the pants falling off their ass when they around their folks, is goddamn respectful when they talk to their mama and talk to their daddy or the rest of their folks, and they can laugh and hang around and be cool with, and as opposed to the general guy that they want to pick, the thug, the one that's always getting caught up in some mess or in and out of jail with his pants falling off his ass, always got a blunt in his mouth, or looking crazy or talking stupid or trying to put his hands on them. Yeah, well, I mean, that pretty much, who winning in. Oh, okay. Like Mario said, y'all, the women be winning in.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, you left that old thug alone. You found you a good one. Girl, you ought to keep. You gonna keep him? Or is this just a? I know y'all just getting started, so don't mess up. Don't do this. Don't do that. Because we want to see some more of him.
All it takes is one person in her life that she cares about to validate you, to make her say, like you just said, you should keep him. I'm talking about a person that she value opinion or that she feel like she need approval from. Say that about you. She feels she won. Those are those optics. I mean, it's a real thing.
Very real. It's happening. It's happening.
But let me ask you a question, Miss Dinetta. Is if if a woman said, okay, I've tried it this particular way and I'm not having no success. And what if she decided, you know what? I think I thrive better when having short burst relationships, then take a break, find me somebody, you know what I'm saying? Give me a chance to get myself right, because after cuffing season, everybody kind of take a little break, get together. Then we get what we got coming up right after cuffing season. We got sundress season coming up. So, so what if a woman realized that this works for her, short burst relationship? What if she realized that works for her?
Well, if she realizes that works for her, that's fine. It won't work for me because I'm into the longevity type thing. But if they one of those kind of people who like short bursts of energy, then that's for them. But that because if a guy came to me, approached me about some cuffing season, and I'm knowing that right now we're in the middle of cuffing season and it'll be over in about a month or so, then the answer is no.
But see, at that same
And
instance, though, you knowing that it shouldn't be over, and somebody approach you right now, then that's when the negotiations and the guidelines come into play. Well, we know we're in the middle of this, season, and how long we planning on being in? We start this relationship. Is this going to be something long term or short term? Or are you thinking about, are we thinking about being together for a long while, a short while? How long? That's when you get to ask them questions like, as Steve Harvey said, you want to ask them questions that reach out to someone. So, what do you see yourself in 6 months, or what do you see us in 6 months? Or what would you like to accomplish in this relationship? What are some goals that we gonna set for each other? I see that you doing this or you doing that. How can I help you, or how can you help me improve on what I've already got or where I'm at right now, so that we can establish something that go further than just these little few short months or this little hot flame that you try to get into.
If he, well, again, if he even mentions the word cuffing to me, I'm already turned off. I ain't listening to nothing else you got to say. So it won't be no negotiations. It's just a no. It's a straight, hard no.
You got to mention the words cuffing for y'all to
but that's
negotiate.
it.
Let me piggyback off of something Mario said not too long ago. Yes, true enough, there may be women out there that indulge in cuffing season, but deep down, deep down inside, the women who do that, they truly want to be with somebody. Because I just can't picture a woman just being satisfied with being in a relationship for 3 months, take a little break here, and then start up again, being another 3 months relationship. Yes, true enough, there are women out there that do that, but deep down inside, women want somebody that they can call their own.
Okay, first and foremost, that I'll give you certain things can be true at the same time. Yes, there are women that do want deep down inside want people to be their own, but there are certain women that cause once again we tend to look at it no matter what we talking about, we all tend to look at it from our point of view, right? But they're not all women feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And two, we're not saying that cuffing season has a 0% chance of success rate. There have been relationships formed out of cuffing season. So there's a chance that two people could say, you know what, you call feelings, I call feelings. Okay, we call feelings together. Let's see if we can make this work. We're not saying it's 0 for 0 shit. Ain't no relationship ever came out of cuffing season.
Them came out of cuffing season. Look at Jay-Z and Beyonce. They started off in cuffing season. Most people didn't know that, though, did they now?
All I can say, I can't confirm or deny that.
Yeah. Beyonce was cut by Jay-Z at one time. Look at him now.
I mean, traditionally, it's not ideal, right? If you're a traditional person, but that's been part of the problem why a lot of relationships don't work. We keep trying to fit and force everybody into the same fucking square hole.
Yeah.
And not everybody fits that. You know what I mean? And and what I'm saying, I'm not trying to convince you to say whether you feel the way you feel, but everybody don't fit in the same little category.
There's a lot of square pegs and round holes and pentagons and triangles and stars. It just, like I said, it's all in how you set the rules and get the wagon to rolling.
Okay, Leon, I got a question for you. Now, this is what I really want to know. Now, going back to what Miss Dionetta said, if you know that you ain't gonna catch feeling, no matter what this woman do, right? You know, as the man, I'm just in the cuffing season and that's it. But we gonna have sex. Now, if you know that you gonna walk away and it's cuffing season, are you getting her the good dick or you just being average with it? Because if you end up getting her the good dick, she might decide that she falling in love. How that work? If in doing cuffing season, are you slinging that thing like you're supposed to sling it, or you got it at like 85%?
Now,
You know,
that's a part of the rules, the pre-written rules of cuffing season. During cuffing season, you're not supposed to give them the A1 grade A dick. I'm sorry, it's not supposed to happen. If you do, you done violated rule number 1 of cuffing season. Don't give them the good. Do
Let me
not
get my.
give them the good. Whether it's the man in the situation or whether it's the woman in the situation, don't give him the grade A puss and don't give her the grade A dick. I'm sorry, it don't happen. That's rule number 1 of cuffing season, because once you break that rule, as soon as you break that rule, all bets are off, because somebody feelings finna get deeply involved quickly.
So you go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, that.
The other one is feeding back on us. That was the other one.
Hello?
Yeah, Miss Donetta, you got a 2 screen. That, my girl.
I'm what?
We got 2 screens going, Miss Donetta. Is the other one feeding back on us? Oh, because it's froze.
Hold on.
I think she closed out the one that was working and not the one that was froze.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what is it?
Okay, but Andrea, go ahead and say what you were gonna say.
I don't even remember now.
Leon had just said that rule number 1 is you're not supposed to give out the A1 cooch or the
Oh yeah.
A1D.
Okay, so yeah.
Mm.
How do you know whether you got grade 1?
What do you know?
I mean, you may feel that you have grade 1, but your grade 1 ain't somebody else's grade 1. So how do you know if you got grade 1?
Good question. Now, you don't know that, like you said, you may not know that you have grade A or grade one cooch or grade 1 dick. The point is, do not give them all of it. Say you got 10 inches. You don't give them 10 inches, you give them 6.5 and tell them to be good with that. If you know the cooch gets super hot and super soaking wet, you when it get to that point to where it start getting that good, you be like, oh, hold up, give me a minute. Get them off of you and goddamn me figure out how you can cool down, calm down, so it don't get to that point, and then get back involved in it. But no, you don't give them all the way the good stuff. No, you don't do that.
Mitch,
Yep.
what's your thoughts on cuffing season? You believe it's a real thing? And tell us some of your thoughts on
It might be a real thing, but I don't want nothing to do with that shit. I ain't got time for it. No lie, I don't have time. I'd rather just, just have me a girl and be done with it. Ain't got time for that shit. There's too much work involved in it for me. And I don't know,
it.
I only know one way, Mario. I give it all up. I can't give half of it up. I got to give it all up. So I'm sorry, Leah. I can't do it. I got to give it all up.
You can't do it. The question is, but the real question is, have you ever been involved or dealt in cuffing season?
Boy, you took it right out my mouth. I was gonna say, had you been a victim of cuffing season?
Mitch, let's just put it out there, Mitch. You know, we old players. We've been in the game for a long time.
I've probably been a victim a whole lot of damn times, you know. According to some people, I think I've been cuffing them. According to some people, and never even touched them. And according to them, I'm cuffing now.
Back in the young, the young Mitch days, you ain't never have cuffing. You ain't never get involved in cuffing season.
No, I ain't never even thought of no mess like that, man. Never even thought about it. No,
I ain't gonna
lie. In my young days, I ran around, but I wasn't trying to. I didn't call it cuffing. I just called it catting. Yeah, like you know how the old folks call it catting.
Yeah, like I say, back in the day, it's been called many things. Cuffing season just officially got named cuffing season not too long, maybe 10, 12 years ago.
Yep.
It's been known as different things over the years and over the decades. Over, you know, like catting, going around, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's a short period of time where you with one person, and you know you're gonna be with that one person for this amount of time. And then once that time frame in, you cutting them loose. Whether they want to be there or whether they don't want to be there, you cutting them loose. They gotta go.
But if we being honest about this, now that I really think about it, and you know how Miss Dinetta said, a lot of cougars come during cuffing season, though.
Yes, they want them young cats, young
thunder. You know, because they know they're gonna be shedding in. They know it's gonna be cold. They know Tommy come through, and he probably don't never, come through while it's still light outside. Come through. And when she go to her off report and got that little young boy on her arm, she feeling good as a motherfucker.
And then afterwards, he knows he gonna give her the beat down. Oh yeah. I'm just saying.
Marlena, you've been here for a while listening to these cuffing season rules and regulations. What is your all of this? All this Triple H has put out for me.
Well, I don't want a cuffing season for sure.
But do you understand? Do you recognize that it exists?
Yeah, I do recognize that it exists. Okay. But would I partake in it? No, I would not. And knowingly would not take part in that.
Okay.
So we know that.
Go ahead, Lee Jack. No, go ahead.
So we know that we got 4 of the members that say they do not or would not get involved in cuffing season. So since we know that, let's ask this question. What would be some rules that you would have to implement if you were involved in cuffing season?
For me, it wouldn't be no rules to implement because
we already know that you're not going to be involved. We saying if you were to get involved, hypothetically, if you say, okay, I'm going to try this cuffing season thing.
You got to give me the whole dick.
Yeah,
that would be that, and not only that,
don't bring your ass over here half stepping. Now we just coming. I ain't gonna catch no feelings, but you got to give me everything you got.
Well, damn.
That's how you catch the feelings, though, when you get everything you got.
Nuh-uh. I understand the rule of not catching feelings, but don't we coming over here half-stepping? Shoot.
You know what? I ain't even mad at you, Marlena. I ain't even mad at you for that one.
Can't be. You can't be. That's what you used to. If you used to all of it.
Right. Because as you know me, I might want to be like Bell Biv DeVoe, smack it up, flip it, and rub it down.
But do it then. Shit.
If we just cuff and smack it, flip it up, rub it down, and lick it down, and whatever else down you got. Get down.
Bring the baby roll and goddamn whipped cream and everything. We gonna do it all.
Shoot.
Cup
Come
and
over here,
change.
Stebbin.
Shit, a few spikers. We might have make a movie in this motherfucker.
Oh, we're talking about being stingy with the stuff because it's cuffing season. Ain't nobody don't be coming over here being stingy with your little dick.
Oh,
Oh,
not give her all the 3 inches. Look out now.
Oh my goodness.
okay. So we talk about the rules and regulations. What would be your no-go for cuffing?
We still ain't got down the root, y'all. Y'all rules for cuffing season yet. We ain't hit the no-goes yet. The no-goes was the next question.
Okay, so Miss Dinetta, go ahead. You answer. If you
I
were
ain't
to
got no
participate,
regulations because once I hear the word cuffing, I'm gone.
okay,
Ain't no
we
rules
just
and
said
regulations.
hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
We
You
ain't even
can't
gonna
do
do
it.
hypothetically. I can't even do that in my dreams. I'm sorry, no.
Well, Mitch said he ain't got time for it. So hypothetically, Mitch, what would you have to participate?
Shit, I gotta have everything. I gotta have it all.
Not sucks.
Motherfucking ankles to the motherfucking ears. I gotta have it all.
Ooh, not socks and drawers. Got to have
I
it
gotta
all.
have it all. That's right, socks to walls. Gotta have it all.
So ain't no limits to your cuffing season. Just give me all of it.
Just give me all of it.
And then at the end of the season, we go from there.
Ooh-wee, boy.
If that were me, I like y'all said, as far as I'm good with the whole not having to hear the whole thing because women got this weird thing to say they won't fall. Oh no, we won't catch feelings, and then when they do it be ugly, man. When they catch feelings and you don't feel the same way they feel, that shit turn ugly, man. So
one reason why I could never do it.
I was just going to say that's one of the reasons why I can't even consider myself getting into that because I know my feelings are gonna.
Because I know definitely that that being intimate with somebody, I'm gonna catch feelings. I do know that.
Yep.
So I would never ever consider just not even just covering scene, just sleeping with somebody. I just could casually. I just couldn't do it.
Well, the funny thing about it, some of y'all catch feelings without even touching somebody.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's how you get my good.
Right.
And
that's how you gonna get
that with a woman.
That's how you gonna get it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But women will tell you that
I ain't giving it to nobody. I don't have no feelings for. That's for sure.
True.
Yeah. So I just think at the end, I think once we both agree we're in cuffing season at the end, we should just do one big gesture, pardon gifts. You go your way, I go my way. Oh, what you got me? Oh, really? I think we should have pardon gifts, and I'll see you next November.
Yeah.
No, you know what? That was my next question. Do you have more than one cuffing season with the same person?
Now, that is a great question because it can happen.
It can happen.
And like Mario said, and like I said, sometimes cuffing season get extended.
Yeah.
It might be more than one season. And that's when, like I said, that's when you get towards the end, that's when you go in and per se with the air quotes, renegotiate.
Mm-hmm. Because they done caught feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened.
They go back and cuff the second season. Mm-hmm. They go back and cuff for the second season. They done already caught feelings.
So, Leon, this is your question. And you said you were a proponent of cuffing. What are some of your rules and regulations for cuffing?
I had plenty of rules and regulations when I was back in the seasons and back in doing things. But, a lot of the things was, at the beginning of the relationship, I would tell you what I was expecting and what I was looking for in the relationship. I would say, how often or how little I was, going to be, would be involved in the sexual experience, um, what I was looking for in the sexual experience. Um, and pretty much, that would be, and then it would like kind of go from there for as, whether or not we would elaborate more, get more involved into it. But, I would state my intentions and my plans from the beginning. Sex would be involved, how often it would be involved. And, if you couldn't, or like if I, what I wanted to be, what I wanted to do during the sexual experience.
So, okay, so during this cuffing period,
Mhm.
is all of this happening? Are you out in public? Are you home? Are you in a hotel?
Now,
Are you seen with people? I mean, do other people see you with this person? Or I mean,
if we are in cuffing season and we both know that we are in cuffing season, yes, we are seen together. We are doing things together.
Yes.
We are basically establishing the beginning of a relationship. The first few months, we can go out to eat, we can go hang out, we can go do everything we want to do together. But at the end of that period, at the end of the predetermined period of that season, it gets to a point where we say, when we even sat down or kind of talked about what we gonna do, because either I'm into you or I'm not into you, and whether or not it's gonna go further than this or it's gonna stay where it's at and we gonna end it.
okay, that's fair.
Because remember now, during the cuffing season, this is the person that's going to the holiday parties and going to the, like you said, might do Thanksgiving Day at your peeps, might be Christmas Day at my peeps. Y'all doing shit together.
Right.
It's just gonna be, like I said, a simulated relationship.
Because as we know, during these holidays, during Thanksgiving and Christmas, this where you spend the most time with the person. You get to actually know a person, where you spend time with them as far as like if you got kids. You didn't spend time with them, they didn't got to know the kids, you didn't got them Christmas stuff, you done bought them stuff at the beginning of the year. And you're doing things because you got to remember during this time, kids are out of school damn near a whole month of them 3 months that y'all together. So y'all spending a lot of time with that other person and they kids if they got kids, and they family or your family and your kids if you have it, vice versa. So you simulating a functional relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's truly what it is. So I guess the women are asking at the end of the day, inherently, what's the benefit of it? Is that the general consensus I'm getting from it, Ms.
Yes.
Donetta? You're saying if you're gonna go through the simulated relationship, what's the benefit of this?
Right, exactly.
Like I stated earlier, the benefit of it is the optics, that I can be a functional person and have a well-established relationship with the opposite sex and have it mean more to me than all these other relationships that I done gotten failed and crashed in and only been together with them for a few weeks or a few days or a month and a half or not even 30 days last. But I can establish the fact that I can be with this person 2, 3, sometimes 4 month period, and we be happy for that 4 months, or I'd be happy for that 4 months, and probably move further than that if I was allowed to, if I chose to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the other benefits too, like he said about the optics. The optics of this time of the year means more than any other time of the year, because this is the most time where family getting together, the most sentimental, the most, the optics look better to your family when you go, oh, she got somebody that's coming to the party. Just imagine you done showed up to the family Christmas or the Thanksgiving for the last 5 years by yourself. This year you got somebody. It matters. The optics matter to some people. Let me say to some people.
Just like during the year, but prior to that, you have family reunions, you have birthdays, you'll have
Yep.
events in the family, like let's say your grandparents have a big day, like a birthday or anniversary, or your parents have a birthday or anniversary, and you want to bring somebody to, or you don't bring nobody to, or you bring the piece of crap in your life at that point in time that ain't about shit, and they know he ain't about shit, and y'all been into it more than goddamn me a little bit. He done went upside your head 6, 7 times, and you still with him. Then you come and bring this nice guy, this nice, well-rounded person in your life that is optically the best person for you that you done had in a long time. And they see this and they're like, okay, yeah, this who you should be with. This is what you're supposed to be doing, instead of that other crap that you've been bringing around here for all these years, or that you got 2 or 3 kids by.
Oh,
Right?
Okay.
Well, you breaking it down, boy.
I'm just
You
saying.
breaking it down. You the guru of this shit.
Hey,
Fucking guru, boy. I ain't
like
never heard all the bullshit you put down. What you got?
I'm
It's
just
like you
saying.
reading it out of a playbook.
Let me.
You've been studying long and hard on that one.
Boy, okay, shit. Damn
But
it.
it's not the fact that he probably done studied long and hard. Sometimes these type of cuffing things, we done been in them. You just don't realize what it was at the time.
I just want to know what you got in that damn cup, Leon.
Bourbon.
A little bourbon, a little bourbon to Mr. Get Right.
You know who he is.
Mr.
Well,
Get
you
Your
might not
Own
know,
Blood.
but me and Dee know.
I'm just saying. Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a lot of ways you can get to relate, the do's in the relationship, but then it's a lot of don'ts. A lot of don'ts. And like I say, over these past few months, we didn't talk about a lot of don'ts that we gonna do in a relationship. And like Marlena said just a little while ago, when you say we want to do it all socks and drawers, and Mitch, we want to do it all socks and drawers in relationship. Okay, now if you get you a little freaky one, you might hit that, hey, it's some stuff that we don't do and we ain't gonna do that, but the freaky one like to do. And he'll tell you be like, hey, that anal play, we ain't doing that. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
we know Mario would have a problem with that. We know that already.
Don't
I
do
was
that
just
because
getting ready to say, so what are the don'ts doing cuffing season
yeah, you have to put them
outside of
points
catching
in.
feelings?
Don't put nothing where it ain't supposed to be. Don't put it in don't put no entry in the exit places. And then hey, you might have a thing. You might say, hey, I want to add a few people to it. Ain't no adding no
Oh,
people to
hell.
this.
And so during cuffing season, it's just you and that person, the only y'all can't add nobody to.
That goes with the do's and the don'ts of the relationship.
Yep.
When you
Yep.
get the guidelines, you might say, "Hey, I don't mind, having a third party involved, either he or she. We can do that. And then if it's agreed upon, hey, y'all can bring that third party in and have that.
Heard that.
But then like I said, those are the do's and the don'ts of the relationship. You got don'ts and you got do's, but you have to
And
you have to
then,
lay the guidelines out there.
yep. And then keep in mind this too, for some women, right? Regardless of whatever type of relationship they have throughout the year, right? Because a lot of women want attention and adulation. For this little November, December, January, he is completely into her. He's pouring into her the attention, the everything, and to her, that's the best shit she don't had in the past 3-4 years. That shit feels amazing to her. So when y'all be saying, what's the benefits of it? That woman come to you and tell you, girl, this was the best shit I done had in 10 years. He was into me. He, like Leon said, he called up. She just said, I want to cut her at 2 a.m. Baby, he was in there in 20 minutes. I can't get another nigga that I'm paying his hard note, his health insurance. She doing everything for. I can't get him to do that. So for her, that little short burst is everything to her.
They say she didn't establish guidelines. She didn't establish a parameter of the future man that she might want, or what he can, what he is, and what he ain't gonna do. Because we already know these women nowadays, they don't have that guideline or that standard of what a man's supposed to do or what a man should be doing. They just got to Mr. Right now and come here and do this and go about your business. They ain't got that Mr. I'm gonna stay here and show you what somebody loving you is actually about.
But on the flip side of this, though, Leon, if you really think about this, though, what if what I just said, he giving her everything, that's the best thing, whatever, whatever. What if that kind of fucks her up chasing that and all different type of being? It could have some adverse effects to that shit too.
It could, but like I say, that goes into when you think about the adverse effects of where she chasing this and where she looking for this, she did, but then she has a standard. Remember this, a standard. I talked about this maybe on the first year that I was on here, women having standards of what they should be looking for in a man or what they thought should be on a man. Okay. They standards is moved from thug to decent guy who wants to be around me, genuinely to be around me, and not just take from me, take my money, take my car, so he can go do what he want to do and fuck me over any way he possibly can, leave me out here stranded when I'm up here waiting for him to work. When I done got off and he riding around in my car with other bitches and doing other shit and fucking other folks. You got a standard of, hey, I know that I want a man that is really and truly into me, that wants me for me, that knows that I am better than a lot of these other tricks that's out here in these streets that's doing this and doing that and saying that they love him and saying they want to do him. And I'm establishing a strong home front to where he can come home to every day. And I can go to him and he can come to me and we can talk and we can be secure in each other and have something established and move forward in life instead of just in and out, in and out.
Ladies?
What?
I don't know. I mean, no rebuttals.
No, as I said earlier, to me that's just wasted energy. I can't put my energy in something like that I know is going to be short term. And you know, I'm just speaking for myself. I'm not saying that it wouldn't work for other people because I'm sure it does. Because I do know some ladies that they go through me about every 3-4 months. So yeah, that will work out swell for them. I'm just not that kind of person. I'm one of them longevity type people. When I get into something, I get into it for the long haul. Now it may not last all long haul, but that's my intentions of going into a relationship.
Right. And that should be everybody's intention of going into a relationship. But like you said, all these women ain't thinking like that. They thinking, or all these men ain't thinking like that. They thinking, what can I do in the short term that I'm going to be happy with or that I'm going to enjoy? And then, like I say, when it comes to cuffing season, you might go into it thinking, what can I do in the short term? But then again, you know, in that short term, it might turn into a long-term thought. Hey, I'm really enjoying the way he or she is treating me, or how I'm feeling in this relationship, or how I am doing in this season. And let's sit down and establish whether or not in this season can we continue to be a couple that's, you know, for each other and about each other, and they can move forward instead of just something that's going to be turning in and out over a short period of time.
I mean, I do realize that we live in an era now where everything is microwave. You know, everybody wants a quick fix and all that kind of stuff, but there's just some things that you should just be old fashioned about. And like I said again, I'm not knocking cuffing season, because if it works for you, then I'm all for it. But I can see it being detrimental some way, in some way. Because you emotionally,
Mhm.
and I know men are wired different than women, okay, but
Mhm.
emotionally, basically, most women, as you well know, don't give their body when they give their bodies. It's not just their body that they're giving of
Right.
themselves.
Emotionally,
That
physically,
inner
and
part,
mentally.
and that's not something that you can just shut off in a short period of time. Because the more they are physical with you, the more that grows. I can foresee some problems after the cuffing season, per
Mhm.
se. Um,
Mm-hmm.
because we got some crazy folk out here, and it ain't just women. We got some crazy men too,
And
but more so with the women because we're more
Yes, ma'am.
emotional
Yes,
than
ma'am.
Yeah,
men.
right.
yeah, I
Like,
have to agree.
yeah, like I said earlier, it's some people out there that ain't wired all the way right. And like I
Right.
said, they get
Mhm.
once they get into something, they have to sit down and physically say, this is what it is and this is what it ain't. And
Yeah.
if we gonna move forward in this what we doing, and I know that I'm gonna be this way, then we got to come up with something else other than just being this for a short period of time. Like I said, that's what comes with the renegotiation. During that, during that cuffing season, if you in that cuffing season and you feel as though something else is going on or something is going to be more than what it is, that's when you sit down and per se renegotiate what cuffing season is actually going to be.
You act
Because
like it's a contract, Leon.
it is. I promise you it is. Most people don't think about it, but I promise you it is a contract. It is a
Yeah,
actual
yeah, it is. I
you
agree with that. It is.
the way these people is wired up these days, it is a contract. It is an established contract. Just like
Verbal.
we were talking about the prenup, it's just like a
Hmm.
prenup.
But this is
When,
just verbal, though, right? Just a verbal
yes, it's a
contract.
verbal thing.
Yeah,
We
but
sit
some folks
down, we
ain't gonna
talk
stick to it.
about it.
Baby
Yeah,
boy, I'm just not
Some folks
wired
ain't
like
gonna.
that. I can't. I'm just
I
not
know,
wired like that. I can't
Yeah,
do that.
I know, but
and
like
there's a lot of people who will agree to it, but they really can't do it either.
right,
Uh, and
But
they
they
will
do that
not.
because they want to get close. They want to get close to that person,
Right,
thinking
that
that
that they
They gonna
can,
turn
something
them.
may happen.
yes,
That
right.
they gonna
that
turn
they
them.
Hmm.
can handle or
They
maintain
take they take the
what
chance,
they said. Yep, what
but
they
then they
established.
end up
And what they,
mad. And then you end up upset. I mean, then want to bust the window out somebody's car or
sure,
something.
sure,
but it just I just wouldn't take that chance. I wouldn't do that for the. I would not do that for the world. I just
right.
wouldn't.
And like we have said in many a podcast, in many a situation, the women on this podcast is wired totally different from the way the women are out there in the world.
Yeah.
Because we know out there in the world today,
Thank the
women
Lord.
going for cuffing season. They are involved in cuffing season. They doing it more harder than the men doing it. They
Mhm.
they running game harder than the men. They running cuffing season harder than the men. They,
What?
they are.
Yeah, well,
I hate to admit it. But back in the day, we could say that when we talk about being a hoe, we was talking about a man. Nowadays, when you say, "Oh, they being a hoe," we don't know if we talking about the woman or the man because they both doing the same goddamn thing that the men
Yeah.
was doing
Hmm.
out openly back in the day. The women is out doing the same thing openly now.
Yeah. That's true. That
well,
is true.
it's funny because um, I I'm really close with some younger young ladies, and they are all somewhat different. Some of them are like me, some of them a little bit out there, and some of them way way out there. And
I
I
feel
have this
you.
one. She is so hilarious, but she is true to who she is, you know. And I have to admire her, for for it, for just being, true to who she is. And I'm like, well, I can ask her where she going. She'll say, "Stop."
Hey, she being honest about
Damn,
I
thought.
I feel you, Marlena, because I work around a lot of young people, and they call me Mama D too. I got some work children on my job, and some of the stuff that they be, and I'm like, where
and they
you
tell
get
me
that
stuff.
from?
Oh my God, they tell me stuff that I wouldn't even think of doing or even saying or mentioning, or would even tell another grown person, you know, 20 years, 20, 30 years older than me,
Because I'll say that's too much information. I said, now let's think about this. Now you call me your work mom. Would you actually tell that to your mother, your birth mother? Oh no, I can't tell them that. But why would you tell that to me?
You know what
Well,
they say? Because you different. That's what
yes.
they say to me. Because
But
you
but
different.
but then when I answer them, they'll be like, "That's something my mama will say." Of course, of
Hmm.
course.
But then they tell
And
you
some of
you
the things that
different.
they do, and I'm going, okay. I was 21 at one time. I was 24 at one time. I was 27 at one time. I never thought about doing some of the stuff that they
They were
do.
telling me,
it. But see, that goes into line with what we've been talking about. It's a different age, a different time. Women and men are being more expressive and being more open about their sexual experience, their sexual orientation, their sexual wants and needs than what they were back in the day. And it is moving, it is carrying from the women
crazy.
to
I'm
the
like, if I was to ask Dee, where was she going this, you look nice, where you going this evening? Oh, I'm going down to the club, me and the girl, da 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 da. And I asked some of my little young associates, where you going? To Pillar the Post? To who? To Pillar the Post. I had never heard that term in my whole life. To Pillar the Post. I'm like, what that mean?
going
To
on
Pillar
going
the
on a dick
Post.
hunt. That's what you meant, going on a dick hunt.
Or going, what's the other one? Going to see a man about a horse.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Hmm.
I had never heard that. To pillar the post.
So
Yeah.
so that comes up with another question. Have the morals of society has broken down to that at
There
Yeah.
this
ain't no
point in life?
shame in that game, none. And they think it's okay. I would have never thought that that was okay to say to somebody who's my age now, as young as they are. If I was in their shoes, I would have never in a million years dreamed of saying that thing to an adult.
Yes, yes, the morals of today have changed. As I have stated and as we have seen on many different occasions, everything it is pretty much wide open. You see all of it on TV now. You hear about it everywhere. Everybody suing everybody. The LBGTWXYZ community suing everybody about everything. And you know, everybody in their feelings about something. So when you be more open and be more accepting of society and the ways that people tend to don't have none, they don't judge you nowadays like they did back in the day because it was taboo to be gay. And if you found out that somebody was gay, they ridiculed you and ostracized you and called you every name in the book.
Yep.
Nowadays, you find out somebody gay, ain't nothing being said about nothing. They don't care.
It's funny
And
that you
that
say
Yes,
that
it is.
because we have a new director in the department that I'm in now. He had a meeting with us to I had seen him in several meetings. I just didn't know who he was. I knew he was in charge of another department, but now he's in charge of the whole department that encompasses like 5 or 6 different departments. And so he had all of us to introduce ourselves, and it was a young man, nice looking young man, who introduced himself, and I'm not gonna call his name. I'm just gonna make up a name. He said his name was John Luke,
Mhm.
but he preferred a female name and proceeded to tell us what the female name was.
Mm.
I I'm almost positive that he's in transition because he looked a little feminine. Um, and he said, I know that's my name and I have to go by that name, but when I'm on the phone, I go by da 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 because
Mhm.
that is more feminine.
Right.
He
Da
said
da
that
da.
in an open session,
Right. Like I said, nowadays the
like it won't
community,
nothing.
yeah, the communities and everything, the way people think about it's been so scrutinized and objected to and talked about and supposed to be pushed on us to be openly accepting of everything that what we as older people have come to know and come to understand about it in the past, where it was ostracized, where it was shunned, where it was put in the dark. Now it's being put out in open, and nobody care about nothing and how you feel about it. But you're supposed to openly accept it.
Mm-hmm. Sure right.
So,
Mm.
I mean, yeah. So to answer your question, yeah, times with times have changed and changed have the times, and the outrage and the like I said, the outrage and the ostracicity of situations and people and all that of communities and words that we have used to describe them has been put on such a limit and such a bind nowadays that you can't do nothing without something being said about something, and you have to openly accept everything whether you want to or not. People will say and do, people not will, people are saying and doing what they feel is right with them and expecting everybody to accept it because of the time and the way things are going on nowadays.
Mm.
I don't know whether I've told you all or not. I might not have said it on the podcast, but I think I've mentioned it to you all that my grandmother had a brother who was gay. He lived a gay life. Well, he went to New York, of course. My big mama didn't know nothing about it. His mama didn't know nothing about it. When he came home to Virginia, uh, he was dressed like a man. He had
Mhm.
his suit and tie, his shirt and tie, and when it was time for them to go to church, he was in church with his little suit and tie and all that other stuff. So
Right.
one year, and whenever we went to New York, we never went to his home. He always visited us at a restaurant or came to the hotel where we stayed. Or
Mhm.
he would go to, we had another uncle that lived there, or he would come to Staten Island and we would see him there.
Uh-huh.
Well, this one year he invited us to his home.
Uh-oh.
I should have known it was something because I think I was about 10 or 11. I've always been very inquisitive.
Mhm.
And before we got out of the car, my mama had something to say. She said, she turned around. I knew she was talking to me because my brothers didn't never ask nothing. Don't ask no questions. If you
Mhm.
have any questions, you
Hold them
wait
to the
until we
end.
get back in the car. Don't say nothing out of the way. You call him Uncle so and so like you normally call him. Don't look at nobody and say they look different and why they got this on or whatever. And I'm going, what? You know? And I was like, okay. She said, do you understand me? Because I will take you in the bathroom and spank you. I understand. And I knew my mama meant it. We get into the apartment building for he lived on the penthouse, rung the bell. This man came dressed as a woman in this flowing caftan, beautiful.
Mhm.
Come on in. I'm looking at my mama and she said, go on in. We walk in, my brothers, we all the three of us holding hands, like, okay, maybe we going through the spook house or no, we don't know where we going. And he was married to a white man. First time we had ever seen him. And he's, y'all sit down. We sat down. And he was like, okay. And he always gave us candy and money. And he was like, come on over here to your uncle. I got something for y'all. Y'all know I always got something for you. I looked at my mom. She said, "Go on over there to your uncle." And I walked over there. I walked over there, told my brothers, "Come on, let's go." And we
Right.
go walking over there. He gave us our money. He always gave us, as he called it, folding money. He
Yeah.
always gave us folding money and some candy.
Mm-hmm.
We took our little folding money, went on back. We gave him a hug and thanked him and stuff. And I kind of whispered in his ear. I said, "Can I still call you uncle?" He said, "Oh yeah, sure, whatever." And I said, "Don't tell mama I asked you that." And so my mom said, "What'd she say?" He said, "She told me that she loved me and thank you for the money." And I just was like, "When we gonna get out of here? Because I got so many questions. I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do."
Just itching.
And he acted normal, like he did when he came to Virginia, but it was just what he had on. Oh, he had lipstick and makeup and eyelashes and the whole shebang. They walked us down when we got in the elevator. He went down with like Southern people do.
Uh-huh.
They walked you to your car and stuff. When he left and my daddy closed that door and rolled the
It was
windows up,
on.
I was like, okay, I got a lot of questions. And
Yeah.
my mom said, "What is your first one?" I was like, "So is he living as a woman?" She said, "Yes, he is." I said, "Did you know that already?" She said, "I did, and your grandmother knew it as well, but your great grandmama don't know it. Your big mama don't know it. And when you get back to Virginia, you
You
better
better
not
not
say
tell him.
nothing about it."
Yeah, she still better not know it.
Right. And I said, "Well, who was that man?" She said, "That was his husband." And I'm going, "But she said, "I know what the Bible says, and you know what it says too, but that's the way he's living. You can't live for him." So, but,
Right.
and I'm saying that to say back then in the 60s,
Yeah.
it was, I mean, there have always been gay people, but they weren't as flamboyant or as open as,
Because it was
now.
dangerous to be gay.
Oh, yeah, yes, definitely. Definitely.
All over except for a few places where like big cities like
Like
New
New York,
York,
right.
San
Yeah.
Francisco, and
Yeah.
a few more different places,
Right.
Miami, I want to say,
California.
yeah, California
Right.
was something out there. But it wasn't but a few places that it was openly known that people were gay. And
Right.
they already knew in the West, California, everything was everything and people was gonna do whatever they wanted to do. But
Right, because when my mama taught school, there was a morals clause.
mhm,
If you got caught being with somebody of the same sex, or if you got caught with somebody else's husband or wife, you would immediately lose your job.
right.
Yep.
And I mean, and it was known, in the community, you would immediately lose your job.
Mhm. Yeah, that's what I say. Nowadays, it's being pushed that society is open to a lot more things than what they used to be back in the day, and it's openly accepting that people doing as you say what they feel or what they want to as being okay in society, so that when you want to do things or try things, it's okay. It's just you being you, just you. Testing out, as they say, you say about me, and trying your oats or sowing your oats in the
Come
world.
on.
So,
Yeah.
Okay, with that being said, does this right here fall up under, the category you talking about where the world is just morals and things have decayed?
Public
Yes.
service announcement. So the next time one of you females invite me out and y'all see either my dude or y'all see a dude in my face and be talking about telling him to buy us a drink, please don't be offended when I look over and say which one of us is sucking and which one of us is swallowing.
Oh,
Because
wow.
if you don't have on both of us, it's a team effort
Excuse
now.
me.
And you will join the team, baby. All that. Because some of y'all females, y'all don't be pulling no dudes. And y'all always want to use the next female's man.
What happened?
And then you trying to play stupid. And then y'all don't never have a man. Like, no, we're not
Oh
doing that.
my
Y'all getting smart.
goodness.
So if it's us to the end, baby. And us is pleasing this man. Okay?
I
What
heard
happened?
that.
So
All
does
righty
that
then.
qualify, or do y'all agree? What's the thing with this one here?
Man, please.
You can jump right in with that. You just sprang that on us.
Hey, it
That's
fit
why-
right with what y'all was saying about what Leon just gave us a whole thing about, Marvel Decay. Is that Marvel Decay?
Couldn't we at least knew it was coming?
Well, I mean, it's part of the show. We going off. We just gonna pop in and see what it is. But
Look, it's cuffing season, so they doing stuff off the cuff today.
yes. So basically, yes, that's part of the new realm of things, the new essence of things, where women go, if it's a woman or if it's a man, gonna tell you up front what it is and what it's gonna be, and ask questions and find out stipulations and make rules and find out all the guidelines of what's going down before it happens, so that they know what it's gonna be about later on. That's part of the new world. That's part of the we want to put you up on game before you find out something in the dark.
That bourbon working, ain't it, girl?
Ain't it?
Ain't it?
Ain't it?
Can't hear you. You on mute?
Mario.
Lord have mercy.
You on mute,
Can't hear
Mario?
you on mute, Mario.
No. Try again.
You're on mute, Mario.
Y'all keep talking. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
No, what Leon said is right. She told you straight up that, hey, if my man have to buy you dinner or buy you drinks, you need to figure out which part of this fucking you doing. Cause we tag teaming tonight. So if y'all don't want to, fuck my man with me, don't be asking my man or expect my man to buy you shit.
Wow.
I mean, you do have men that just do that once they're out in the club and things like that. But that just because a man buys you a drink, and I've said this a time before, just because someone buys you a drink, dinner, or whatever, that doesn't
Don't mean
necessarily
nothing.
mean that we're fucking
Joe don't.
at the end of the day.
Oh,
It don't mean that, but she's saying that these women are starting to become vultures and just starting to expect this stuff.
Well, they are, and she ain't
Well,
lying. They are. They
well,
are.
if she is so easily making that a package deal, it's because she wants the woman too.
Of course.
She said that. She said, while y'all smiling at my man, grinning in his face, know that once we buy you a drink, she said we, she didn't say he. She said, once we buy you a drink, we gonna figure out who fucking and who's sucking.
And who's sucking.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she said. See, everybody that we part in there. But
she said it. She said it.
Well, I guess it'll teach y'all from going out there expecting, because y'all remember y'all saw that video where the girl got mad at the guy called, it was her birthday or something, and he was trying to do something nice for her, but she wanted him to pay for every damn girl
Everybody.
at the table and shit.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's crazy. So by that girl's logic, that nigga would have had a hell of a night that night.
Yes, he would have.
That dude would have been hurting.
He would have had a hell of a night. Because
He
it was
wouldn't have been able to
girls
walk
at that
for a while.
table.
Yes.
He had to lay down for a while.
Yeah, he didn't more than lay down.
Oh, man. But back to what Leon said for real, though, about the women are starting to be more aggressive about, what's going on. And we've been telling y'all this for a while. If you got the money, right? And if certain things are in place, you don't even have to kind of approach them in a suave, debonair, charming way no more. You could just hold up, shout, I got 3 stats. What you trying to do? And see, and if she with it, she'll let you know. If she ain't, she'll be like, hey, don't approach me, like, I don't come with no shit like that. And some women to be like, 3. Shit, I mean, you shit, I don't do nothing for less than 350. Add another 50 that we can do whatever. So as like the $1 Million Man, we've said it 1,000 times. Some of these women out here talk shit, but they got a price.
Oh, yeah. And it's already pre-established what their price is. And once you hit that, They all in.
They
Boy.
all in.
Mhm.
Men
Boy.
do too. Yes, they do.
Really?
Yep.
So you
It's-
saying there's men out there
uh,
that sell their ass? Is that what you saying?
Yes. And like
yes.
it's cougars out there
Mhm.
that's proving the point. Yes, men do have a price too. PlayStation 5,
Yes. Yes.
New pair of
goddamn,
Nike.
yeah, a pair the newest pair of Jordans, or a
Yep.
pair of
Right.
fitted jeans, or designer jeans, designer shoes, or keys to a
Watches.
car. Yeah, men got a price too. I ain't gonna fucking lie about it. Yeah, they do.
No, we definitely got a price. And the sad part about it, some of ours probably be way cheaper than below market value.
Damn
You know
right.
what? That's
Not below market value.
Yeah,
Below,
these fools out here jumping all over the cliff for a pair of goddamn Jordans. Niggas, you crazy.
right. And you see,
Lord have
the
mercy.
women jumping off the cliff for, you got to pay goddamn me $4,000 in rent, car notes, and house notes, and buy this and buy that before they even even put a toe on the line to jump off the cliff.
Mm-hmm. You know what I said? I need something real. Fuck a PlayStation 5. I get that shit myself.
I don't even want no damn PlayStation. I ain't gonna play it.
That's what I'm saying. Give me something for real. You know what I'm saying? Shit,
But
Amazon, you
that
know.
goes to this newfangled generation. They into the games more than they into actual physical stuff.
Yeah,
Nah.
I'm in the physical shit.
Mm-mm.
I love the game, but I know it's a time and a place for it.
Right. They think that time and place is every day, all day.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Mm.
No.
That cup getting low. That cup getting low.
Cup getting low.
Andrea, you bought somebody some Jordans, Andrea?
Hell no.
Man, you wrong for that.
Hell
You
no.
already know you about to get cussed out for saying that.
I'm just being honest.
Mm.
I have not bought a man a pair of Jordans. I haven't bought a man a PlayStation. I mean, I bought clothes and things like that, but it's not, hell no.
Marlena, you bought some Jordans or video
But
game for a man that's not your son.
No, I
and,
bought
and,
some
Like
and,
Jordans.
that didn't come across right, Marlena.
No, I haven't. I have never bought. Well, actually, I've never bought a man a pair of sneakers, but I have bought dress shoes.
No
That's
sneakers,
and,
but dress shoes.
yeah.
and that's because that we were in a
No,
relationship with that person, you know. And for me, it was
well,
because I was in a relationship with that person. I bet just to go out here and buy a guy a pair of sneakers and stuff like that. No, and I'm not with you. The only person that got that type of stuff was my son. No.
well, I
Mm-mm-mm.
no, they never told me they wanted any sneakers. I always ask them what they want, and if I'm giving a gift or something and I ask them what they want because I don't want to get them something they don't want. So I ask them what they want, and
I agree.
they've never said sneakers. So I
Some of
never
these
bought
women
it.
are up on things. They don't have to know that that's what you want. They know that that's the hottest shit out there.
Yeah, because see, that goes with this newfangled generation and the way
But
men.
that's them cats.
Yeah, that
Not them
like I said,
cats.
it's been changed over the years, where the women know when they get involved in a relationship that this is what these younger guys or
Mm-hmm.
guys of a certain age are expecting to receive in a relationship. Jordan's, PlayStation, the hottest PlayStation or the hottest
Mm-hmm.
Xbox
Mm.
Yep.
or gaming system, or a new vehicle to be riding around in that they ain't paying
I'm not doing it. I'm not
Well,
doing
for. Like I said, and it goes the
ain't
same,
nobody getting that from me but Zarian.
and it goes the,
it. Because
Sorry,
if I
y'all.
buy
the same way with
because
women.
see,
Women have a certain guideline or expectation nowadays of what they think the man should be doing for them when they get involved in these relationships.
for me, if I'm going out buying you a new car or something, that means my last name has now changed.
You know that's right.
But that ain't the way these new women think. That ain't the way when
That's
they get
true.
involved
I,
in
and
these seasons
and
and these
and And if a man was to go, that's true. But even if a man that I was just in cuffing season with was to go out and buy me a car, that's something I wouldn't accept. I wouldn't
But that's
accept
the way, like I say, you a different breed than what these
You
new
ain't lying.
and what this new standard, this new way of thinking in relationships is. If you go out and buy that person a new car in cuffing season, they might think, hey, we in a strong relationship, but at the end of the relationship, they already know, hey, I done got this car with this right here. We done already talked and discussed where this relationship is going from here, or from that point that I decide to make that move.
Yeah, because then I think it was either you or Mitch put up something today where the girl said that it was his job to do the do the maintenance on going on the date. And they just were going somewhere. He thought she asked him to bring her to the place. He know that she wanted to pay for
Yeah.
get her
Pay for
eyebrows and
her.
all that
Yeah.
stuff done.
Yeah.
And that shit was,
$150. Yeah,
yeah,
she said
that shit is
those
$150.
are
crazy.
things.
Wait a minute.
Those
She
are things
wanted
that a
him to
person.
pay for her to get dressed to go on the date.
No, they went somewhere, and when they got there, she went inside. She asked him to take her to the store.
Yeah.
When she got in and got what she wanted, she come back out and said she needed $150 because that's how much the bill is. And he's like, "You just asked me to take you to the store. You didn't tell me to pay for it." She said, "But I thought, my other man, he would just pay for all my stuff." Well, you need to call your other man. That's what he said.
And she was like, well, I need maintenance and upkeep, Bro. I'm like, you done
Like
lost your goddamn mind.
he said, "I ain't even had no head yet. We ain't even fucked yet. And you think I'm gonna supposed to just give you the money? I'm paying for you to be with me?" No, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Like I said, that goes back to the cuffing season, establishing rules and regulations and the guidelines of how it's going to be what's going to be provided and what's going to be done for at the beginning. But when you don't do that and just jump into it, then you in a whole nother thing, and shit. When shit happened, then you up there looking crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying though, and like I said, it seems like lately we be having these podcasts that kind of turn into this, where it seems like we jumping on the women. It's not that we jumping on the women, because Lord know we got our goddamn faults too. You know what I'm saying? As far as men, we just ain't being right. But it just seems like now that the woman has, no matter what game you coming with, no matter how you talking, no matter how intellectual you come with, no matter how much you make her smile, eventually y'all know how we say, we always get to sex in a conversation. Y'all know that y'all say that's y'all number one turn off when we start talking about sex too early, right?
I don't feel jumped on. You want to jump on me?
Oh,
Yeah. But y'all say when we start talking about sex too early, that's a turn off for y'all.
that's
But
right.
y'all
Yeah,
get to
it
the
is.
point where y'all start talking, the new women start talking about money early. If they
They
ain't talking
do.
about it
That would be
directly,
a
they
turn off
asking you
too.
questions.
If I was a man, but I ain't no man, so you know what? I'm just saying, I think if I was in a man's shoes and a woman start talking about money too early, that would be a turn off to me. I would believe so. I ain't no man, so I don't know.
But like I say, then it goes to a whole nother conversation when the women talk about money early, the men get turned off and have something to say about the women. Oh, we get condemned for saying, well, hey, well, they want something that we ain't willing to give them this early in the relationship. But when it's turned around to the women and the men talking about sex in the early relationship, oh, they just being, it's
It's
not being
double
portrayed.
standard.
Yeah, it's not being portrayed the same way. It's a double standard in it.
And then they
Yes,
start
it
talking
is.
about money, and then you ain't trying to do what you want. Now, I ain't trying to take my hard-earned money, pay for your lifestyle. You ain't nothing but old broke ass nigga. With your broke ass. Ain't
Boy, with
nobody
your
want the
broke
broke ass
ass.
anyway. When we won't come up off our money, we broke.
With your broke ass.
With your broke ass.
But even with
I don't
that,
want to give
even
to
with
you, I'm
that,
broke.
Where's your thing
even
broke when
with
you
that,
don't want to give us what half?
Leon said that, not me.
It ain't broke. It's just trying to make sure that you get weaned off the right way.
Uh-oh, not the
even
winged
with
out.
that,
Ain't
Even with
nobody
all
gonna
of
be rude.
Wait, go ahead, Andrew.
even with all of that, you all don't want to come up off your money, but you expect for us to pay for everything. You expect to move in with us and not contribute anything to the whole situation that be.
In which
That's why you
situation?
get caught.
In which
As
That's
I
why
say,
situation?
you got the wrong nigga there. You got the wrong guy.
So do.
that's why you get called that broke ass.
No, see, in which situation? Because when you in cuffing season, it's already been established what everybody's gonna do and what's gonna be done. Now, prior to cuffing season or after cuffing season, when you in that relationship and you address it like that, then you can say, okay, well, you don't want to do this and you got me paying for everything because that's what they expect then. They expect for a woman to do all that stuff. But when you in cuffing season, it's already established, pre-established that it's going to be a 50-50 thing down the middle. We're going to be doing this for each other because it's already established that we trying to make it seem or we trying to get the optics of it being a functional relationship.
So,
Okay.
so Andrea, so
Yeah,
Andrea, so you saying that, but that what you just said depends on that particular guy.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I mean, but this is the bottom line. Like I've said 1,000 times, it boils down to this: we want y'all pussy, y'all want our money. Let's negotiate. That's what it boils down to.
More or less, that's what it is.
Basically,
More or less. That's exactly what it is, more or less.
let's establish some rules and guidelines from the beginning so that we can all be happy in the end. Huh?
Yep, that's what I said. Let's find we like to say some common ground on these two particular issues, and everything else could be worked out outside of that.
Hey.
Boy, got quiet in the room.
I'm just trying to figure out why we always gotta want money. But you ain't talking about me per se. I'm just saying.
Yes, yeah, we're not talking about you per se, but see, but that's what I'm saying. I just wish y'all could be on the other side of this thing and see how we're being approached. Just like y'all
I
saying,
think
all we
I
want
understand.
is coochie from y'all, cause we can't see that every day. Some dude in your inbox, shout what's up, what's up? You want to see a dick pic? Shout, what's up? You know,
Yeah, yeah.
that's how they come at with us. Keep trying to get us to take them places, buy them things. The car acting funny. My phone about to get turned on. My light,
They
my
don't come
kids
to my
need.
inbox because I have
And
had some come
that
in my
wasn't a
inbox
hold
and
on,
they show me some dick
hold on,
pics and I delete that. They
hold
soon they
on.
show me that pictures. I delete them.
And but Mario, that works. That right there works both ways. You have men that ask you to buy them this, to buy them this because X, Y, Z, or my car. I need to put my car in the shop and I don't have enough money to get it. Or hey, prime example. Hey, can you buy me a book because X, Y, Z?
Okay, and what I ain't doubting that. I'm like Leon said, it's to the point where it's starting to go both ways. Now, I ain't doubting that shit. I agree. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm not saying you wrong at all, because I've seen some things in the past couple years where it make you say, as a man, I gotta have my own. I can't depend on a woman to take care of me, because
That's not.
you keep waiting for a woman to take care of you, you're gonna be living in them blue tarp tents.
Well,
You
you
ain't
know what?
lying.
Pushing the buggy.
Yes,
In
push.
any
I
type
can't wait
of
for the woman to take care of me, man. Can't do it.
Yeah, you might find.
And I think it's and it's sad, and I see it so often, and every time I go to Walmart, I see it. Here come this little young girl, or and here come this dude right behind her, and they got a basket full of junk, and he steady pulling stuff off the shelves, putting it in the buggy, stuff he wants, and I'm like, you know what? And he ain't got no wallet, so he ain't paying for nothing. So I'm like, you know what? Y'all pacifying these men,
And you see steak,
not men.
crab,
You making
and lobster
Boy.
in the basket.
Crabs,
you see a
lobster,
whole,
potato chips, Oreos,
and then you
pizza.
see a whole, and you see that they have children. She may have the children in the buggy. Then you'll see a whole case of ramen noodles.
Not a
They
whole
using
case.
food.
Oh
They
yeah.
using food
Uh-huh.
stamps. They using food stamps.
Mm-hmm.
Not knocking the food stamps or whatever, but they using food stamps
It,
nine
it,
times
it,
out of
Yeah.
it's food stamps is some form of money.
And they
10.
don't even
Yeah,
help put the food on the conveyor belt. They go
Some
stand
of
at
them do.
they
All of
stand at
them don't
the
have.
end. They
All
walk
of them
past the
don't get food
cashier and
stamps.
stand on the other end. They don't even try to help bag them.
All of them don't get food stamps. Some,
I didn't say they were
for the
food
most
stamp
part,
recipients. I'm just
they.
saying what they got in the buggy.
She talking to Andrew.
I said that, and I
Oh,
know
okay.
that. And I know that all of them aren't using food stamps, but nine times out of 10, the
But the
majority of them
majority
that
of them
are
are.
doing it
The
are.
majority of the majority of them are. You're right.
Yeah.
If we being honest, a person who grew up in a household with food stamps and stuff like that, you could look at a grocery basket and tell what's food stamp and what's cash.
That's true.
Sure
Right.
can.
You can look at it and tell
Mm-mm.
by what's in that cart, what's being paid for.
Not
Right.
necessarily. Mm-mm.
If you
Well,
got
you
more
can only buy
experience
food
with
with
this
food
shit,
stamps. You can't
you
buy
can,
motherfucking
Marlene. I'm
meats and
telling you,
shit.
you can.
Yeah, you know.
I've seen it. I've seen it both ways.
Cause like Miss Donetta said, you just gotta look at it. You start seeing a bunch of goddamn junk food, and you start seeing, like you said, the shrimp, the Roman noodles, start seeing Capri Suns and pot Vienna sauce, little certain shit.
Little deadies and
But
shit.
Yeah,
some,
that
Mario,
shit cool,
I'm
man.
saying though, some 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 women don't have food stamps. They buy that stuff because that's number one. They don't like to cook. That's what they man like. The junk stuff. And they don't want to cook. They don't want to cook. And some of them don't
I
know how
agree
to
with you.
cook. Some of them don't know how to cook.
Joe, right about
So
that.
everybody, just because they got a basket full of junk, don't mean that they getting food stamps.
That's
They
true.
don't. These women don't want to cook meals, or they don't know how to cook meals.
That part right there. That part right there.
There you go.
Sure right.
There you go.
Well, once again, I ain't gonna argue with you on that one right there. That's true. That's legit.
They is not focused on the cooking part of aspect of being in a relationship or being in a adult.
Yeah, and
And
especially,
I cook,
especially
but
if they
I
work
have
all.
never. Go
I'm
ahead. I'm
sorry.
sorry. No, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, especially if they done worked all day and then they got kids, they ain't thinking about no cooking.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I cook, but I have
Oh yeah.
never dated a man who does not cook. That is a prerequisite for me. You gotta know how to cook. Cause I ain't
How
gonna
many
tell
people my
nobody I'm
family got
cooking every day.
Right.
I can say for me, with my kids growing and they were younger, now they can go in there and pick their own shit. But as for me, with them growing up, I always made sure that I did cook something before, throw something in the crock pot before we left that house every morning. That way, when we got home, it was done, it was ready. Yes, they still had their noodles and things like that, but those were for like
Pick
those
me.
days that I didn't feel like cooking. I mean, because trying to work and balance small kids, you have to constantly be on some type of schedule with them. You got to consider,
Yes.
okay, this
Mm-hmm.
person
Yep.
for my four, this person had choir practice, that person had basketball practice, but three of them had basketball practice after school. Then trying to make sure after the games and things like that, picking them up, knowing I got to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning to get to work on time. So you have to have a balance in all of that. And sometimes those noodles they do come in handy, especially if you're tired.
Yeah, no
But
cooking
for
meals
the
are important.
No, they do, and meal prep and getting your menu. Because the problem is when you got small kids at home, you just can't just say I'm gonna play it by ear and do it how it goes.
Okay.
It don't work like that. You'll be all over the place, and you'll be all of a sudden you feel like you suffocating because all that shit be closing in on you. You gotta have a plan and a schedule and stuff, or it just ain't gonna work.
Well,
Well, it
as
sure as
Andre
hell feel good not to
earlier,
have none.
as Andre was saying earlier, thank God for a crock pot because that saved my life many a days from
Yeah.
you know from having to come home and just starting to prepare meals.
All of
Uh,
us. Oh, I can say
I
that
live
for
by
all
crock
of us.
pot,
That's true.
and we didn't have no noodles unless it was macaroni and cheese.
Shit. You get tired of macaroni and cheese out that
Yeah, no,
damn box.
we didn't have nothing like ramen noodles, anything like that. So,
Well, you
uh,
had egg noodles because my mom fixed a lot of meals with egg noodles.
what I'm
Yeah, I
saying,
want to say because
yeah, but
before
we had,
ramen came, they had the little
we
blue
made
and
a
white pack
meal.
noodles.
We made a meal with them. It wasn't nothing we could pop in
Oh no.
But pop in the
you know,
microwave. There wasn't
in
no
the
microwave.
microwave like ramen noodles and stir them up and put the little packet in it. We was
Yeah.
making something with them. I love
Yeah.
egg noodles. I still
Yeah,
love
you
egg.
had to cook
Me
it.
too.
Yeah,
You was still making a meal with it.
Yeah.
you right.
Mario, it's getting late, Mario. I mean, we've been on here for a while talking about seasons and everything else about the
Okay,
season.
well, let's
Hey,
end it, but we're gonna let Marlena end it tonight because I don't want Madeline having no issues. Let's let Marlena go first. Madeline and Marlena go first. Talk to her, Madeline and Marlena. Madelena.
Well, y'all didn't let me say nothing tonight, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, you
I'll
didn't
say
need
a
to say
whole
nothing.
lot the next time.
That's it.
Thank you, viewers, for coming in. We appreciate you. We want you to keep coming. Bring some friends. Don't forget to hit us up on all of our social media avenues. I'm sorry I got here a bit late. I had to go do some dancing. But anyway, we love you. Stay with us, hang in there with us. We almost to the end of our season and we don't want you to miss any of the remainder of our shows. So, just keep coming to the end of our season. We love y'all. Meow.
Roof.
Yeah. All right. Gotcha. Big Mitch, resident big man. Talk to him.
Man, look here, look here. Today was the Leon show because I promise you that boy gave us some real information today. Stuff I had no clue of that we even thought about. I had to give that boy congressional hand clap. That boy, he did his thing today. I appreciate everybody for showing up. Again, I showed up late, but I'm the resident big man and I'm gonna drive the UPS truck. So I have to do that job before I can get on this. Anyway, I appreciate y'all leaving y'all lights on and continue to keep them dogs put up so I won't have to boot. Peace.
All right, I feel you. Andrea, come on, baby girl. Let's get up out of here. Like Lee just said, we've been here a long time, girl. Let's go.
Well, I sure do hope you all enjoyed this show tonight, cuffing season. And I just want to know from the listeners and the viewers, hey, did you consider yourself giving your A game? So just let me know. Once again, that email is gmail.com. Happy holidays.
All right, Miss Dinette. I'm gonna let Mr. One close out the show tonight. But you gonna talk to him pretty later, and so we can get up out of here.
We had a very interesting show. Mr. Encyclopedia of Cuffing over here has broke it down to the
Very
close
last compound.
down to the itty bitty fraction that you could possibly cut it to. Thank you, Leon, for that information. Because, like I said, I had never heard of cuffing until I started hanging out with y'all.
I know,
So I
right?
learned a lot tonight, as a matter of fact. But if any of our audience has any ideas or thoughts or rules and regulations and do's and don'ts about cuffing, we do want to hear about it. Let us know
Sure
what you
do.
think. And we can talk about it on the website if you want. That I'm always on the website, as you know. So give us a shout out. If you just want to give me a shout out, give me a shout out. I want to talk about it. Again, we want to thank you, Triple H. I knew that you had a plethora of information, but I just didn't know how at what depth it has gone. But now we have gone beyond the depths, and we need to have a diver's helmet to deal with you.
Yes. And an extra tank, baby, and an extra tank.
Yes, so we can
Damn it.
bring, bro. We need to bring.
All right, for the last time tonight, the floor is yours, Lee Jack. Go ahead.
Thank you, listeners, for tuning in and joining in the conversation about cuffing season, aka big man season, aka big girl season, aka lovers rub in the bathtub.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Oh my God. He's
Lovers
giving it
rub
all
in the
types
bathtub.
of, Lord, he's just giving it all types of names.
However you want to call it, whatever season it's called in your book, it's that season. We in it, we live in it, and if you're loving it, or if you have some rules and regulations that you might have in store, but no one thing in particular, during cuffing season, don't give them the grade A. If you
Don't
give them
come over
the
with that
grade
little bit. Don't come over with that half dick.
A, if you give them the grade A, you already know Marlena gonna take you down through there. And I'm expecting to go down through there. Oh, what you say? Hey, but it's been lovely. It's been lovely. Any questions, comments, feel free. Call in or page in or sit in or, leave us a comment. We are more than, like Ms. Dinette said, we are more than willing and able to answer any question that you might have.
You go. Ain't enough to be said about that, but happy holidays. And if you in the middle of the cuff, and you know you in the middle of the cuff,
hey, put a two hands up and holler, yeah.
Give us a Barry White, show you right. Hey, it is what it is.
I'm still trying to get me a sucker duck.
Oh Lord.
I need to find my whistle. I can't cup up. I ain't even got no sucker duck or nothing.
Oh.
Maybe we can get Andrea to do a show about, the art of the sucker duck.
Hey. It's coming. That season's coming up soon too,
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. It's coming, the art of the sucker duck.
Oh my God.
So we need you to work on that, Andrea. That's your project. Work on the sucker duck.
Yes, indeed.
But during this episode, you guys, I truly hope that you have learned a thing or two about cuffing season.
Yeah.
Good night, you guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
I got a total clue.